Hello, my dear learners. Welcome to a free English learning session here on Skillfident with your mentor, Namita. In today's class, we are going to do some wonderful self-practice exercises. As I always tell you that you don't need to join any classes, you don't need to go to any English learning institute to be able to speak English fluently. So today's session is going to help you in building your English skills. So to speak English on your own, you really have to do some exercises. As I always keep telling you that you have to do a lot of reading, you can consider some listening also. Therefore, the very first part of today's session is going to be a reading plus listening exercise for you. I would suggest that you can turn on your subtitles so that you can read it along. So that first part, pay very good attention to what you're listening or what you're reading. And you have to highlight the new words, the words that you don't use very often, they are new to you, and note them down. In the second part, we are today going to do some connectors in English, the connecting words. So you will be able to make wonderful sentences if you get introduced to these connectors. I will tell you how we use them in sentences. I'm going to make simple sentences for you, and you will make one more sentence using the same connector. In the third part of today's class, we are going to talk about some statements, some positive statements. Well, affirmations you can call them, and this is going to be very beneficial to improve your mental health. So pay attention and listen to these affirmations. Well, I would suggest you can simply note them down, but then it is completely your choice. You can either listen to it or note it down so that you can use it often to make yourself feel positive. You always need a positive mindset when you are on a journey of improving your English and things like that. And in the fourth part, you are going to get your homework. Yes, a self-practice exercise for you. Now, this entire session is not just about learning English. After you complete this session, you will be a different person. I can promise you that. This session talks about self-improvement. This session talks about developing a positive mindset. In this session, when you will enter the homework phase, you will get a chance to delve deep within yourself. You will be able to connect with your own self more. So this session will make you a better person. You are on a self-improvement journey, I know, because you want to improve your English language skills, but that doesn't just happen with vocabulary or listening to other people. You need a lot more than that. And this session is the extraordinary one. So let's begin the very first part where you're going to listen to a paragraph which is about self-improvement. So listen carefully and don't forget to note down the words, the vocabulary which is new to you, highlight it, and then make more sentences using it.
So, my dear learners, here is this very important thing that you need to know about self-improvement. And that is, everyone has flaws, because no human will ever be perfect. And at the end of the day, the only one that can improve you is you. You make the change. You take the risks. When it comes down to it, no one else can do those things for you. The hard part about improving yourself is that it takes time. Now, most valuable things take time. Okay, think about it like this. When you plant a seed, it takes time to sprout. So you give it proper supplies in order for it to sprout at some point, like water and sunlight. But at the end of the day, you know, at some point this plant will sprout. Same thing is with real life. We start by planting a seed or starting the change, and then we give ourselves the things we need to help us grow, like patience, perspective, perseverance, etc. And as the time passes, we continue to grow roots or a foundation for our growth. And in the end, we do eventually sprout. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's never going to be easy. One of the hardest things in life is pointing out your own flaws to yourself and trying to improve them. You will struggle to fix it. You have to expect yourself to fall a couple times before you eventually succeed. Being human is not being perfect, which is always something to keep in mind. But do the best you can to be the best you can, and do it for yourself. There will be people in the world that just don't like things about you. But that's reality. Do it because you want to. Don't do it for them. Are you getting it? Now, there might be a lot of questions in your mind. Okay. The reason you don't have what you want right now is because the past version of yourself chose comfort in the moment over success in the future. Isn't it? You didn't want to work out or eat right a few months ago, and now you still have that layer of fat you want to shed. You didn't want to do your assignments yesterday, and now you're cramming to complete them before 11:59 p.m. Doesn't it happen with you? You didn't want to keep sending job applications over summer, and now you still don't have any job at hand. You're too lazy to prepare for the future you crave. Just own it. Apparently, it's true. But as the saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. And the second best time is now. Your past self was so comfortable that you failed yourself. Are you going to fail your future self again? Now, tell me one thing, dear learners. When will you learn to sacrifice some momentary pleasure for delayed gratification? Be what you truly want to be. Simply act like it. Do today what others won't, so tomorrow you can have what others don't. Now, these are the words which you need to live by. Self-improvement is the most beautiful journey. Don't fear taking it today. Now is the best time.
I hope you enjoyed your reading and listening exercise thoroughly. Have you noted down your words? Now let's move on to the connectors. Now I am going to make one simple sentence using each connector. Note down the connectors and try to make a new sentence, a sentence of your own using that connector. So here is the list of the connectors for you all.
Let's do some connectors. I'll name the connector and make a sentence using it, a very simple one. Then you have to use the same connector and make a sentence of your own. I'm assuming that you're sitting with a pen and a notebook to simply note down all the connectors that we are doing today. So, the first one is at last. So, how do we use it? Listen to the sentence. At last, she passed the maths exam. Okay, furthermore, Listen to this one. Reading books help to learn new information. Furthermore, it helps to keep the brain cells fresh. Do you agree with this one? Okay, finally. Now, how do we use finally in a sentence? My favorite notebook finally reached me last night. Meanwhile, my mother was talking to my father. Meanwhile, my son was making lunch. Moreover, now, Sita plays football. Moreover, she works in a hotel. Besides, now this is a very common one. Besides the guitar, she plays the piano. In the end, she worked hard and in the end, she passed the exam. In addition, okay, Rahul writes short stories. In addition, he writes articles for a newspaper. Okay, first of all, now we need to use first of all in most of the situation. First of all, I'd like to thank my family. In conclusion, nobody is perfect. Isn't it going with your self-improvement journey? Okay, then, again a very common one. Then, first, brush your teeth and then go to your room. Next, we use next as a connector. How? Next, leave it for 5 to 10 minutes depending on the tea. And then you can add some milk or sugar. As soon as my mother gets up, she always washes her face. Later. I will call you later today. A very simple one. All in all, my brother may not be brilliant, but all in all, as much I know him, he did quite well in his exams. Eventually, you must have heard of this word a lot. Eventually. It might take her 5 weeks, but she will learn to cook eventually. So, I hope you are understanding how we use connectors. Let's move on to the next one. Even though. This is very interesting. Even though. I won't go to the party even though I was invited. Okay, now we have while. While she was walking, I was running. When. We use when as a connector also like this. He had climbed many mountains when he was a young boy. So that. Please come soon and join the class so that we can start today's lesson. Once. My rule of life is once I start something, I must continue doing it. After. Now we use after as a connector in this way. Mary arrived after Alex left. Unless. You don't need to go unless you want to. Since. Since I see you now, I'm feeling much better. Whether. Now, whether is a very interesting one. I don't know whether she'll get an admission for her post-graduation to the university. Whereas. Okay. I use water when making pasta. Whereas my mom prefers to use milk. Even if. Even if Prerna earned a big salary, she would not buy an expensive luxury car. provided. Now, they can listen to music provided nobody is disturbed. Alright, because is a very simple connector. We need to use it in many places. This is how we do it. We cannot go on a holiday because we don't have enough money. Rather than, okay, a company is stronger if it is bound by love rather than by fear. Before. Before I have my breakfast, I always have a shower. Wherever. They can go wherever they want.
So, my dear learners, this was your grammar task. Don't forget to use these connectors often in your conversation. If you simply note them down in a notebook and forget to use them, then there is no point learning them. Use the connectors. Now, let's move on to the third part, which is affirmations. Now, these are very well framed sentences, very beautifully constructed. Note them down, listen to them. Even I will speak it twice for all of you. So pay attention to these affirmations and don't just listen to them for English speaking. Use them for your overall personality development. Here is the list of the affirmations for the day.
All right, my dear learners, since you are on a self improvement journey, you need to work on yourself, take your today's self to your better version tomorrow. So, here are some affirmations for your good mental health. You can consider noting them down. I'm worthy of love and happiness. I'm worthy of love and happiness. I choose to focus on the present moment and let go of the past. I choose to focus on the present moment and let go of the past. I'm strong, capable, and resilient. I'm strong, capable, and resilient. I deserve to take care of myself and prioritize my well-being. I deserve to take care of myself and prioritize my well-being. I release all negative thoughts and embrace positivity. I release all negative thoughts and embrace positivity. I'm in control of my thoughts and emotions. I am in full control of my thoughts and emotions. I am enough just as I am. I am enough just as I am. I have the power to create the life I desire. I have the power to create the life I desire. I'm grateful for all the blessings in my life. I'm truly grateful for all the blessings in my life. I'm deserving of success and fulfillment. I deserve all the success and fulfillment. I choose to let go of things that no longer serve me. I choose to let go of things that no longer serve me. I trust my ability to overcome challenges and grow stronger. I trust in my ability to overcome challenges and grow stronger each day. I'm surrounded by love and support. Yes, I am surrounded by love and support. I choose to forgive myself and others for past mistakes. I forgive myself and others for past mistakes. I'm worthy of self-compassion and kindness. I'm worthy of self-compassion and kindness. I'm deserving of inner peace and serenity. I'm deserving of inner peace and serenity. I have the courage to face my fears and step outside my comfort zone. I have the courage to face my fears and step outside my comfort zone. I embrace change and welcome new opportunities. I embrace change and welcome new opportunities in my life. I trust my intuition to guide me in making the right decisions. I trust myself and my intuition to guide me in making the right decisions. I am proud of myself for how far I've come and excited for what lies ahead. I'm proud of myself for how far I've come and I'm very excited for what lies ahead. Now say these things to yourself every day. These are not just statements, these are affirmations which will give you the strength to carry on your journey, to do better in life and ultimately become the best version of yourself. All the best to all of you.
All right, so I hope these affirmations are going to be really beneficial for you. If you incorporate them in your routine, in your morning routine, you speak them out loud to yourself, then nobody can stop you from becoming the best version of yourself. Now, finally, this is your assignment for the day. Since you have been through a journey today with self-improvement and affirmations for your own self, now I'm going to ask you some questions. Now this is your self-practice exercise. You can either stand in front of the mirror and answer each of the questions. There is a list of questions for you. I have given you a brief description of how you can answer them, but make sure that you answer each question by speaking for at least 4 to 5 minutes. At least give yourself this time so that you're able to express yourself completely, use the right kind of vocabulary, use proper sentences, and frame a beautiful answer for yourself. So this is your assignment. Let's hear it out. So be ready to answer this question in the best possible manner.
Okay, now, my dear learners, this is your homework time. So I'm giving you some speaking assignment for self-practice. These are the questions that you need to ask yourself and try to answer each one of them by speaking for at least 3 to 4 minutes. These are going to be very interesting questions and this will give you an insight into your own personality. Let's begin. The first question is, when are you the most inspired, most motivated, and most charged up? Now, when I say about these things, you simply have to think about the moments when your heart sings, your spirit soars, and your energy feels boundless. These are the times when you are most inspired, motivated, and charged up. So pay attention to these moments, for they are whispers from your soul, guiding you towards your purpose. I believe that you can answer it easily. The second question is, how can you make your life more meaningful starting today? And for this, you have to infuse each moment with intention and presence. Seek out experiences that align with your values and passions. Choose kindness, gratitude, and connection in all that you do. By embracing each day as a gift and an opportunity for growth, you can make your life more meaningful starting today. Now, this is what I had to say. What are your ideas about making your life more meaningful? Speak up. The third question is, what are your core values? Now, core values are the guiding principles that define who you are at your essence. Now take time to reflect on what matters most to you, whether it's integrity, compassion, creativity, or authenticity. Living in alignment with your core values will bring clarity, purpose, and fulfillment to your life. So simply think about your core values and speak it out loud. The fourth one is, how can you love yourself more? Well, if I have to answer it, I'll simply advise you to treat yourself with the same kindness, compassion, and understanding that you would offer to a dear friend. Nurture your mind, body, and soul with self care practices that replenish your spirit. Celebrate your strengths, forgive your flaws, and embrace your uniqueness with unconditional love. Now, what do you have to say about self love? Answer this you yourself. Okay, now the fifth question is, who are the five people you spend the most time with? Why is it such an important question? Because the company you keep can have a profound impact on your mindset, behavior, and well being. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift, inspire, and support you on your journey. Cultivate relationships that nurture your growth, bring joy to your heart, and encourage you to be the best version of yourself. Now, you think about it. Who are these people? And speak out loud to yourself. Okay, the sixth one is a very interesting one. If you had 1 year left, what would you do? Well, I would say embrace each day as a precious gift and an opportunity to live fully. I will make time for experiences that bring joy, connection, and fulfillment. I'll share my love, wisdom, and presence with those I hold dear. I would love to leave a legacy of kindness, compassion, and authenticity that will shine bright long after I'm gone. Now it's time for you to answer the same one. This can be a very interesting topic for you to speak about. All right, my dear learners, the seventh question is there something you are still holding on to? Now, to answer this, explore the depths of your heart and mind to uncover any lingering fears, regrets, or attachments that hold you back from living a life of freedom and authenticity. Release what no longer serves you with love, compassion, creating space for growth, healing, and transformation. So, ask yourself, what is that one thing which you're still holding on to? All right, my final question, the eighth one is a beautiful question. What would you like to be remembered for? So, we are all the same end of the day, isn't it? Envision a legacy of kindness, courage, and love that touches the heart of those you've encountered. Live each day with purpose, intention, knowing that your imprint on the world is your reflection or is a reflection of your truest self. So, how would you like to be remembered for? I'm sure we all like to be remembered for certain things. So, think about it. These questions will give you a lot of brainstorming space. The place where you get a chance to look within. I hope you would be able to answer these questions and you'll feel great about yourself. When you're speaking to yourself, you can try standing in front of mirror and speak to your own self, completely up to you. And my best wishes are always with you.
Okay, so this was today's session. How was it? Let me know in the comments. Did you enjoy your session thoroughly? Did you learn something new? Was it beneficial? Are you going to practice these kind of teachings in future? Do you find these free sessions beneficial for you? Please let me know so that I can create more such practice sessions for all of you who don't have money or who don't want to spend money on English classes. So I would really wait for your feedback. And all the best for your learning. Keep practicing English on your own. Don't depend on other resources. Don't delve into too much of listening. Practice yourself, and these kind of sessions can help you achieve fluency in a very less time. My best wishes are always with you. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next English learning session. Bye-bye.